So, you've been playing Invincible versus, been playing in the ranked ladder, but you've kind of hit a wall while playing in ladder, right? Those day one tricks you were utilizing, they're kind of getting you blown up now, and people are just seeing past all that stuff now because it's way past day one. And let me tell you, I understand exactly where you're coming from, and as a long-time fighting game veteran, I actually thrive on breaking down players' defensive habits and attacking them with the most relentless and solid offensive strategies known to man. And today, in this video, I'm going to give you the blueprint. We're counting down 5 elite strategies that I tend to utilize that I think separate the casuals from the killers while playing ranked in Invincible versus. Sound good? Bet. Let's go get busy. Coming in at number 5, staggering your offensive strings. In the lower ranks, players treat their block strings like a flowchart, you know? They dial in their little auto combo, land their little special, and then when it's blocked, they back off because they recognize that their turn is over. Now that autopilot mentality will get you fried while playing at the higher levels. Higher level players don't just execute strings, they stagger them to completely shatter the opponent's mental defense. If you're not familiar with what a stagger is essentially when you leave an intentional micro gap just enough between your attacks. The idea here is to purposely break your true block string. Why? Because you're trying to check to see if they're mashing and fish for a counter hit. When you stagger your offense, you create a sequence of frame traps. You make the opponent think that your block string is over, baiting them into pressing another button to take their turn back. The second that they twitch, your next attack crushes their startup frames, netting you a big, massive counter hit combo. But the real power of the stagger goes way deeper than just landing hits. It's also about establishing absolute dominance over the pace of the match. And once you blow them up for mashing a few times, they're gonna freeze up. They will become terrified to press buttons while you're still in their face. And this is where you break the game wide open against your opponents. When they freeze out of fear, you stop finishing your strings, you hit a light attack, pause, micro walk forward, hit another light attack to reset your pressure entirely. You weave in these feints, you stop mid-string and go for an unreactable throw or a high-low mix-up. It's really strong and potent while playing at the high levels of play. Staggering forces your opponent to constantly guess if there's a gap or an opportunity for them to swing. And the hesitation that causes that is exactly why you exploit them to melt their health bar. Utilize your staggers. Coming in at tip number 4, keep your combos short and sweet. So a big reason why I'm explaining this to you guys is because you want to try to keep them, short and sweet away from the assist breakers. Now I see it all the time, right? Players hit the lab, grind out some crazy optimal combo from Twitter, take it into ranked, thinking that they're gonna be unstoppable, and then guess what? In all honesty, that's terrible macro play. The longer your combo drags on, the more damage scaling kicks in. Obviously you're gonna dish out the damage, but more importantly, if you are hitting your opponent with a longer combo, you're practically handing them the key to escape. High level players play to the meta, and part of the meta is knowing when your opponent is also sitting on an assist breaker. So instead of going for the max damage route, you need to prioritize upfront burst damage. You route your combo with heavy hitting normals, strictly mediums and heavies, cancel into a high damage special, cash out with super before they can even hit that panic button. You take your guaranteed damage and maintain your momentum, and you immediately get back in there to stagger pressure, which is what we just talked about, right? Deny them the escape entirely. Let them hold on to that assist breaker while you melt their health bar. You don't need 100 hits to win, you just need the right hits to end the game. Coming in at tip number 3, the boost burn. Let me tell you guys, the boost gauge in this engine, its boost is life, essentially, right? The little yellow heroic boost gauges underneath the health bar, they are one of the most important resources in all of Invincible versus. If you notice that your opponent is burned through all 3 of their bars to extend combos or maybe try to use it to push block or whatever, that is your green light to go completely ham, go feral on them, right? Because without the boost, like I said, they lose access to their armor moves, they lose access to the ability to push block, and even more importantly, they lose access to their assist breakers as well. And let me tell you something, most players, they get tunnel vision on the health bar, and I'm telling you as a vet, trust me, watch the boost gauge like a hawk. When they're empty, trap them in that corner, layer your mix-ups, and grind them to dust before that meter refills. Tip number 2, now this is a personal one of mine, I think it's very important, and it is keeping crispy movement for your whiff punishing. Now in the lower ranks, the neutral game is basically a myth, right? Players just hold forward, throw out random supers, throw out random buttons, dash around in W key, and just kind of pray that they land a hit, right? But as you start climbing and start getting better at Invincible, movement isn't just about getting from point A to point B. You need to learn how to weaponize your movement. Does that make sense? Movement is a weapon. You need your movement to be crisp, deliberate, and you need to make it as suffocating as possible. Now you're probably wondering, well, Kensou, what do I do here? Hear me out. This is where you need to start utilizing the wave dash. By rapidly chaining your dashes into crouch cancels, you can wave dash forward and backwards, keeping your character kind of nimble while on the ground moving back and forward at breakneck speeds, right? Like you're just moving real fast. And let me make this clear real fast. Wave dashing isn't just for showing off your execution. I repeat, wave dashing is not just for show. It is used as the ultimate bait while playing a game such as Invincible Versus with amazing movement. It makes your approach completely erratic. You wave dash forward to aggressively threaten their space, forcing them into a panic reaction. The instant that you feel them twitch to intercept you while you're trying to move towards them, you immediately wave dash backwards, and let me tell you, you just opened up a big window of opportunity for yourself utilizing this kind of movement. This, my friends, is how you break their ankles in neutral, force them to commit to a mistake, and then you blow them up with the hardest hitting combo you can think of. Don't forget, going back to the other one we said, keep it short and sweet if you have to. But you control the screen with not just your projectiles and your fists, but also with your feet. Practice crispy movement. All right, and this is it. This is the one right here. This is the number 1 tip to absolutely dominate the ladder in Invincible Versus. Master the snapback. When an opponent swaps out a badly beaten character and all that recoverable health starts, slowly regenerating on the bench, if you get an opportunity, do not let that character heal. If you catch that current point character slipping, if you catch them lacking, you do a quick combo, boom, snap back. Get that character back into the screen. You understand? This forces their injured character to have to fight immediately, and that destroys all of their recoverable health because they got brought back into the fight. It is a massive, and I mean massive, visual and psychological gut punch to your opponent. Not only do you secure the permanent damage that you just previously dealt to that character when they hit the bench, you completely disrupt their team synergy. You can potentially kill one of their support systems of their team and pull their anchor out into the fire before they even have the meter to survive. Trust me, he who controls the order of the fight can also control the outcome. Utilize your snapbacks, you guys. It's super crucial in a game like this. I gotta say, I got one last bonus tip for those dudes out here really grinding the ladder, all right? Trust me when I say this, study your replays. As a high-level player, I have done this for a hot minute. As long as I've been competing, I have been studying my replays and learning what I've been doing wrong, so I can know what to do right. This is the fastest way to level up, hands down. Don't just clip the matches where you pulled off some ridiculous, sick-ass touch of death combo. You pull some crazy TOD or some hot mix-up. That's cool, I get you. We all play for the cool little clips, right? But watch the ones where you also absolutely got completely cooked. Trust me, it will help you improve. No joke, no joke. I want you to be able to look at exactly why you got hit. Where were your staggers too predictable? Did you try to whiff punish with the wrong button? Did you fail to check their boost gauge before making an engagement? Before you decided to commit? Use the replay theater because it'll help you remove your ego and it gives you the hard facts. It's your best coach outside of hiring someone on Metafy to help you out. Trust me, use it. And in closing, you guys, let me just keep it a stack, right? No frills, you guys. Ranking up, honestly, it isn't about having the flashiest combos. It's about having the fewest mistakes and exploiting your opponent's habits. The higher you climb, the smaller the window for each one of these things becomes. It gets harder to exploit those weaknesses because these players are getting more and more compact with their gameplay. So you really get like fewer opportunities to make big mistakes or even little mistakes. Stay disciplined, respect the engine systems, and remember, Please remember this one thing from this video. Every pro was once a scrub who refused to quit. You feel me? Get in the lab, master these 5 pillars, and I guarantee you, you'll be grinding and seeing the top of the leaderboards in no time. Trust. And with that being said, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoy content like this, please be sure to hit the like, subscribe button, all that good stuff. Stay up to date with the channel, and trust me, I got you. Stay focused, stay hungry. Peace.